Welcome to How to Dance with a Partner. Like and subscribe. This is the Sugar Tuck. This is our fourth of 5 6-count figures we use for beginning West Coast swing. Let's take a look at the figure. This is called a sugar tuck because it is like a sugar push with a tuck turn. Let's count out the steps. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. So the man does the same steps as he does for the sugar push, and the first half of the lady is the same as his sugar push, but she turns around on the way back. Let's look one more time. So 1, 2, just like we do in the sugar push. 3, she comes in all the way, rock and step. And then he sends her back for a turn. This is his 4, 4. And then they finish 5 and 6 in place. Let's look at the ladies' part. We have another video on the ladies' footwork for this figure, so we'll only look at it very briefly here. And we'll look at it in detail in the next video. 1. So she steps forward on 1. So as we know, for all her 6-count figures, 1 and 2 are the same. 2 is the same. 3 is going to be like the sugar push. 3 and she's going to turn around and face the window 4. 4. Then 5 and 6 in place. If she doesn't get all the way around on 4, she can use 5 and 6 to finish her turn. 5 and 6. Let's now look at the man's steps because we're going to go over the lady's steps in detail in the next video. For the man, he just does his sugar push footwork. Back on 1. The man's steps in all these 6-count figures are the same, except his first step is either straight back or to either side. And then his fourth step is back where he finishes. Back on 1, together on 2, rock and step forward 3, rock and step forward 3, and then finish on 4. 4, finish on 4, and 5 and 6 in place. So this is just the same as his sugar push footwork that we already know. Now let's look at how this is led and followed, because we do have some details here that we haven't seen before. For starters, he's going to settle back into his foot here to bring her forward. There, so he settles back, asks her to come forward. So the first lead is go straight. Brings her in, and then he sends her back to her back foot and then around to turn around. First lead was go straight this way. The second lead is go straight back that way, and then he adds a turn to it. So he sent her back to her back foot, and now he's adding a turn. So now she needs to go back, and her rule is to keep turning. Bringing the hand up, it just allows her to keep her turn. If he kept the hand down here, she would end up stopping halfway. And we might do that in a cuddle figure or something. But here she can finish her turn, and 5 and 6 in place. Let's look at it from another angle. He's settling into this foot. You can see he took his settled back down here, and she's already starting to come forward even before he stepped back. Right? She already knows she's coming forward. There's no tension in the handhold, as always. She comes forward 1, so that's her lead. So he's not leading anymore here. Her rule is to keep coming forward until she can't go straight anymore. Blocked her forward movement and sends her back to her back foot and asks her to turn. How does he do it? He just puts his hand in her way, so that's going to stop her from coming forward. And then he moves the connection straight back and a little around. Now you didn't see that. I'm going to go back so you can see it. She's looking directly at him, but you're going to see really briefly that she's going to turn ever so slightly to her left. So we see a little bit more of her face. There. What he did was, instead of bringing so that her hand is in front of her shoulder, right, normally. And what he did was he brought it slightly to the inside. And this is what's called a tuck, for a tuck turn, so that she rotated ever so slightly to her left. Now you can make that as big or small as you want for drama. But once he took her a little bit, he tucked her this way, right? She's turning this way towards us just a little bit. Then he can take the hand straight back over her shoulder, not around, because that will cause her hips to rotate. there. So see how she's already turned around, and look how little he moved the hand back. At this point, he's done leading. He already asked her to go back to her back foot and asked her to turn. Let's watch that again, how quick that happens. See? She's already turning. We don't have to do a halo around her head to ask her to turn. She already knows she's going back and turning. And now he's just going to follow her with this hand. So he's following her now. He's not leading. There's no tension in the handhold. So he has to stay close to her. Now he's taller and got long arms, so he doesn't have to get right up next to her. But if you don't have this much reach, you have to close the distance. And this is her just turning her hand. There's no tension here. And he's going to bring his hand down so that she can put her hand flat in it. She actually has the back of her hand to his hand. How you do this doesn't matter. All it matters is that he brings his hand down, palm up. They're back to a normal handhold. So usually, or often, when leaders do a tuck turn, they end up with the hand on top with their shoulder internally rotated, and that's uncomfortable. And then they'll do an underarm turn back the other way to unravel. But if you bring your hand down with the palm up, then you're back to a normal handhold. Let's watch this again. Okay, so she's already turned. Now this one, he's bringing the hand more around. He didn't really tuck her on this one. So either one is fine. Hand comes down, palm up. She puts her hand down with her palm facing down. Lastly, let's look at when she comes in, she's not pushing on him here. So one of the mistakes that ladies do is they come in here and then they push right there on the guy for no reason, except it's probably somebody told them to push. So ladies, you shouldn't push here. Your arms should be soft and relaxed and offer no resistance. When you resist, that means you're not moving, right? The leader's sending you somewhere and you're fighting with him. So don't fight, just go. That is it for now for our sugar talk. Watch the next video for details about the ladies' footwork. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Visit us at www.partnerdancing.com. Sign up for our free newsletter.